Sport. Nothing else in our lives inspires as much emotion, enjoyment, personal commitment on such a grand scale. The Olympics, World Cup football, the Six Nations, the Ashes, all household names that span the globe. Sportsmen and women of every ethnic, cultural and religious background gather together for these events, forming rivalries and comradeships with equal passion. Nothing unites a nation like these events. They're the subject of news, magazines and conversations from beyond the playground and the pub. They impact on our day-to-day lives. They change the way that we think about our lives. It was Martin Luther King that once said, "I have a dream that my 4 children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the colour of their skin, but by the content of their character." Nowhere should this be more possible than on the field of sporting achievement, from the local club to the international arena. But despite this, our great sporting endeavours have been overshadowed by a poisonous hatred. It's time to kick racism out.
Have you ever experienced racism?
Me personally, I've not experienced racism towards me, obviously, or for other people, and I've never experienced it in games where I've played in, but I've watched the England games where, I think it was, I don't know what year it was, but when Sean Mike Phillips and Jermaine Defoe, they were getting, I think it was monkey chants at them, and if I'm being honest, I wouldn't like that. It'd ruin the occasion that meant to be an honour to play for your country, but I think it'd be horrible rather than an honour. Well, obviously it's, I'm not like, I think, me personally, I think it's nasty towards other people. I think, like I've just said, it'll ruin the occasion that you've meant to be your best occasion in your life, so anyone that can do that to you shouldn't really be at a football match or any other sporting event or anything like that.
Oh, I've had quite a few experiences with racism. Growing up as a kid in New Zealand, there's a lot of racism around our country. We've been judged by the colour of our skin. There's been name calling. There's been a lot of harsh names that have been going around. But as we grew up, we sort of grow out of that, and we start looking at how hurtful it hurts people, and we sort of realise that it's not very good to be racist or really treat people in the way that it should be treated. It's kind of hard to say what kind of racism there is in our sport today. views on racism. I think it's definitely slowing down in our economy today, where people are trying to eliminate the bads of racism. They're trying to come to a solution on how to eliminate such a bad thing in our country. I think just looking at our role models today, our sports stars and our role models, I guess. If we live by their expectations of how people see them and how they live their life and how they always keep themselves positive and keep themselves true, I think treat people how they want to be treated, I guess.
Heard of sort of like a footballer, he goes down to a certain half of the pitch and he's sort of like had monkey noises made at him and it's just sort of like bananas thrown at him. It's just, don't see the point. I don't see if people find it funny or just actually trying to be racist. But it's sort of like also there was the incident with Lewis Hamilton as well. But and it's very rare in the UK. Because last time I think in this area someone got banned from Barrow Raiders and for AFC. It was 4 years ago, so it's quite a rare incident.
And also I find racism in sport disgusting. I mean, in our country it's not tolerated, but like in other countries like Spain and Germany, they allow it in some cases, which I personally think it just shouldn't be allowed. I think every sport should be allowed to be played in every country, no matter what race the person is, no matter what gender. And well, sports was made for everyone to have fun, not for people to be discriminated against.
Well, I didn't have much experience for the racism wise, but I have one maximum 2 incidents when I play cricket in here. Actually, not from Barrow area, from Lancashire. And it's something happened on the field. Once was happening on the field for the game we played against South African against me. Usually in past, not many Sri Lankan players are playing this league level, but after sudden, you off the field are very friendly. Just having words, that's it. Not for any more like a serious thing. But we all respect each other as a pros, or like I said to you before. It's very hardly saying no trouble at all for me for the racism. Some other areas, bit more. Like example, like when you go to Yorkshire, you have a lot of Asian people lives there. When you go Lancashire, some other place like Liverpool, it's hardly find the Asian people. But it's depend on what kind of area you live, what kind of place you are playing cricket. Most of the time, if you players, it's atmosphere. They love to come and watch the players are playing. This good thing is Asian are coming up through now in England and play cricket. The people knows each other after they will respect each other. That's a good thing. White people are very good sometimes, they are respect very well. So we enjoy it, I enjoy it. A lot of Asian people I enjoy it. Used to be, I told you earlier, used to be very hardly find like Asian people to come and play cricket this country. And these days are a lot more coming through in Asian wise, Indian, Sri Lankan and Pakistans. And people are respect each other more rather than in 30-40 years ago. It's my point of view. I am always think that racism, that's a word I'm not giving word, because I am like for respectable. Respect is most important for the person. Human beings are most important for the respect each other. When you go whatever place, like anywhere in the world.
Now, however, sport is fighting back. No person should be judged by anything other than the content of their character and their skills. It's time to kick racism out.